everyone, it's Crafty. Thank you for coming back for the second part of our Be Yourself. So we're going to start with the wing with the same stitch as the bee line. You're going to go around each wing and then up the center. The same thread, you can finish off the antenna and then focus on the bee applique. Just arrange all your stripes before you start stitching. I'm going to start by stitching on each stripe, and then once that's done, I will stitch the whole piece onto our project. If you find it easier, you can stitch the whole project at the same time. Like I said earlier, I'd rather do it in my hand. As you can see, I'm only stitching on the inside. Now that all the stripes are stitched on, I'm going to be using a single strand of yellow thread to stitch the stripes onto our project. Remember to hold the bee in place so that when you're done, it is covering all the stamped lines. Although the instructions don't specify, I'm going to use a single strand of brown around the head of the bee to adhere it to our project. And now this is what the back looks like. We are almost done. We just have to fill in the bee. So according to our instructions, there's this diagonal pattern. Here's the same symbol, 2 strands in orange. Also on the instructions, the only explanation is to work the stitches in the shorter direction. I've never done these stitches before, so I'm going to be learning along with you. For this stitch, I'm staying in between the lines. It's just like coloring because I know later on I'm going to go over the outline. My only suggestion here is to keep your stitches as close as possible. Even though it takes a long time to fill in this part, it was actually easier than I expected. As you get further along, you're going to notice that your back is matching your front. As your thread shortens, it's going to get harder to use. So what you're going to do is slip it up through the back instead of making a knot, and then just trim it off. After your last stitch, turn over your project, and just as before, you will tuck your thread in and snip it. Now onto the satin stitch on the other 3 sections. I just want to take this opportunity to show you that at this narrow end, I am making smaller stitches, and as it gets wider, my stitches will as well. You are almost done. We're just going to stitch around the lines and the E. And as you can see, as per our instructions, we're going to do 2 strands in orange in the same stitch that we did the word yourself. Before I begin, I'm just going to move my fabric over so it's going to be easier to stitch. Starting at the top, I'm going to work my way around the front of the letter B. For the E, I'm starting in the middle and I'm going to work my way around the outside. And that's the last stitch. You did it! On the back, just tuck your thread in and snip. Now your project is ready to be framed, or you can just hang it up in your embroidery hoop. For a first time project, I would give this one a B+, no pun intended. Usually I make my own patterns out of felt. These are a couple of examples, and I'll leave a link below if you want to try them on your own. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.